My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived two deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Ses, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Not in the business, you catching fever. Getting serious like empty river. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we coming, we sweeping, we cutting, we moving all the way. We coming, we coming. As we coming, we sweeping, we coming. Anywhere we meet up, stick. We coming. We coming.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Munel Kishen, aka your general. Yeah, another day live on radio, Liberty Radio, and we had a little problem today, so we were not able to carry this program live because of something went wrong at the station. I ate my breakfast. Listen, guys. To all supporters of Alex Cummings, ANC, don't be distracted. I want you to stop it. I am not running a network. I'm not going to bring two government officials out there to tell you how government money are being used. I'm not here to tell you how the guys is at the World Cup enjoying themselves. It make no sense to me. The Liberian people know already what they're doing, but we got serious issue in Liberia that need to be talked about. We got the latest, the census issue, which is not going well. It's not transparent. It's messed up. Only 5% so far have been done. And we got a biometric thing that going on that we will waste time. And when time goes by, it will be late. They know exactly what they want you to talk about. They will post the picture and you will spend all your time talking about it. Why the real issues? You need ID card to register in Liberia. You need citizen ID card, and they call national ID card. $5 for that thing. You need passport. You need some identity that they will be wasting time. If you don't have it, it's $5 for a national ID card. How you think the people are going to register in Liberia? How you think they're going to register? So all the delay tactics, they know very well. That's why they will post the picture and then you spend time talking about it. That's why Spoon will talk about it so you can talk. Watch them. They're not saying anything nationalistic. They're not saying anything that concerning Liberian. Look, the Liberian people have decided they know that President Weah. So when you hear the people and say, oh, the opposition is weak. No. Yes. Because they continue to shoot themselves in the foot and we're not playing to it. We're not saying nothing. You know, CDC already had a convention. They did it overnight. And Jefferson Koji, I think he's the Secretary General or whatsoever, and George Weah. And guess what's going to happen? When George Weah going back into the country, they're going to have the big program to welcome George Weah from the airport. They're going to have the huge program that they will welcome George Weah from the airport. So do not pay attention to them. Look, that 25%, George Weah still got it. That 25%, George Weah got it still. Whether we like it, we don't like it, George Weah has it. You got 75% you're supposed to be working on. That is what we're talking about. I can convince Weah Shen. I can convince of sedition, not a Weah Shen. So don't waste your time. Do not waste your time on them. We have a very good candidate that they all know. If you hear them complaining about a man who has 7%, ask yourself the question. Why? Because they know the work he have done. Mr. Cummings have changed the political landscape in Liberia. Mr. Cummings has changed it. Mr. Cummings has all qualities. Don't let nobody fool you. They will tell you about government experience. Government experience are taking us nowhere. They will say, oh, he just coming. That the same old people who want you to hear what you're supposed to hear saying it, not the people in Liberia. Mr. Cummings gaining traction unless we don't campaign. So the only thing they're going to tell you, they will start to curse and tell you to go on integrity issue. Oh, Mr. Cummings is this, Mr. Cummings is that. In this government, you know how many people will get there that way? You know what I'm saying? And we'll say it and we'll be clear, crystal clear. We'll talk to our people. Because they have nothing to say, all they will do, they will insult or they will say all kinds of things. That's all they will do. But they know that Alex Cummings is the only man that can take Liberia from A to B. Alex Cummings is the only man with the vision. Alex Cummings is the only man who telling us we can do it together. So the Alex administration, justice for all. The Alex administration, real infrastructure that comes with electricity is a priority, drinking water, internet connectivities. Then we're talking about job creation. That alone have created job for itself. Alex Cummings government will be friendly government, business friendly, that business people will be able to do what they need to do to create job. Agriculture, he has broken it down, where fisheries and other things will be in there. He's telling you when the last time we hear politicians tell us about their plans. No politician have told us about the plans. Alex Cummings is not going to just say he will act like autopus all over the place. But in life, you choose priorities. We need good education in Liberia. That is why his foundation is investing in education. We need a good health care. After everything, you need a health care. And we talk about government inclusion. Alex Cummings is the only man that telling the Liberian people, say, no matter whatever happened, I am running for president of Liberia. That includes 15 counties, 16 tribes. No matter whatever, who are you? You are free to be part of an organization, but must follow the rules. Alex Cummings' principles is his principles. So Liberians, put Liberia first. The future of Liberia is in the hands of us. And the people that are going to make that decision from 19 years old to 35 years, I'm telling you the real truth. The old people will not make that decision for us. But guess what? They will try to discourage you as a young man to vote. And if you don't vote, then they will have the upper hand. But our country have been destroyed economically. Our country is nothing. We need a good leader, and our problem in Liberia is leadership. Our problem in Liberia is leadership. And whoever at that leadership at the head has the power to change the system. God first, but he has the power. Only the president can stop corruption. Only the president can instill law and order, because the president appoints the police director. The president appoints the justice minister. The president appoints judges. The president is the one head of the executive. That's what makes the president powerful. So everything that happens in the country, if there's nothing going on, the president is responsible. The president is responsible. Let us be honest. That is why we say we're not going to do nothing. If you piss off and you're angry, go to the voting booth, register and vote. Just how you think you voted for a bad decision, you make a bad decision, you can make that decision right. Mr. Cummings have changed the whole political thing and made it easy for you and make it easy for us. You're not going to see no 20 candidates coming in the race. You will not see no 10 candidates in the race. This race here, they might not reach 5. So the decision for you to make is easy. You got one person who's already in charge, who want to stay, who have damaged the country. You got another group who were there for 12 years. And then Mr. Cummings is caught up in the middle. So it's not an easy thing to sell. You got one man who is popular with the Liberian people because he plays soccer, where his popularity came from, and because the people see him that they themselves look alike like him. And then you got another group who's popular because they were there for 12 years. Their popularity is for 12 years. So they believe that in that last 12 years, they got enough members. And 2 of them believe that they are the only 2 parties. But I want to tell you here today is wrong. We don't have 2 parties in Liberia. We have tried these other people. We don't hate them, but it is time to come up with a new idea. The first two and the last and the other two is not working. It's not working. We want somebody with an idea, somebody who tell us what we can do. Somebody who knows the problem, somebody who going around and talking to people individually, and no other person but Alex Cummings. When Mr. Cummings, after they have noticed that Alex Cummings have traveled around, that's what encouraged George Weah to go on a country tour. Yeah. That's what encouraged George Weah to go on a country tour, because when he saw Alex Cummings, you understand? So Alex Cummings is the man who prepared. That's the man who will do the work. You know the good thing of Alex Cummings again, I will tell you. If you don't vote for Alex Cummings, he will remain Alex Cummings. He will not suffer. He will not work in Liberia. He will not beg to work. He will not go anywhere to work because he's already retired. He already retired. People are afraid of Alex Cummings, the so-called politicians, because they believe that if Alex Cummings is president, he will spoil the chopping. Yeah. And Alex Cummings telling us that every Liberian has the right. I would not prosecute you. I will not and say things about you when I don't have proof. When I don't have proof. But in Liberia today, ask yourself, why if people come and support Mr. Cummings, then they say the people corrupt? But when they support the other side and then they don't say nothing. I know some of the ANC people, you're worried about the Liberty Party. And other people, we know the games they play. This game, if you're not smart, you will fall into it. And I know Mr. Cummings is smart enough. He's not going to pay no mind to it. Mr. Cummings will not speak about it because as far as we're concerned, Liberty Party and ANC are in collaboration. Liberty Party and ANC are in collaboration. So we're not going to fall for all this Rickman rule. Oh, Liberty Party in a reconciliation. It's good. Liberty Party need to go to the reconciliation, put the party together, but they're in a collaboration. If they want to leave, until they can leave, until they can come together and say they're leaving. But as far as we're concerned, Mr. Cummings is the standard bearer for CPP. Until he cannot be, he is the standard bearer for CPP. So don't be carried away. Don't be moved. Don't be scared. Oh, you know the thing here. We ain't trust these people. They people say this. They people say that. And the Liberty Party thing here. No. Don't let it move you. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it move you. Don't let it move you. So as far as we're concerned, Mr. Cummings is the standard bearer for the Liberty Party. Yeah, Mr. Cummings is the standard bearer for the ANC, not Liberty Party, I'm sorry, but the CPP. So that is what I'm just want to let you know. And Mr. Cummings will be going in the middle, in the southeast. Let them say whatever they want to say about Alex Cummings. They can say anything they want to say. It's their business. Okay, yes. Timothy said, I cannot be eating a live podcast. At the same time, you guys cannot be giving some lies on your live podcast too. You see the difference of my podcast. I can sit and do whatever I want to do. So I shouldn't drink too on my podcast. Yeah. So Alex Cummings is the real deal. Alex Cummings is the real deal for Liberia. He has everything that anybody will want. Okay, let me read one of the comments. Somebody said, Commis African Foundation, please reply to my letter. That is to make a village church school child to read. A brighter, I got nothing to do with Commis Foundation, and the ANC has nothing to do with the Commis Foundation. So your letter is maybe amongst the other 10,000 letters that goes in. And you should understand, even in the great United States, if you're applying for stuff, you might be lucky to get it or not to get it. So if somebody read your letter, you might get it. But if you say you wanted to go and build a village church or build a school or whatsoever in your village, start a project and then maybe you can call them too. But I got nothing to do with that. So all I can tell you, I wish that they would read your letter and yeah. Jimmy, Dan, you're already off. Okay. So sometimes you see, and I will say again, there are a lot of distraction going around, and you should be very smart because they are afraid of commies. The judge, we are people afraid of commies. Everybody in Liberia afraid of commies because they believe that Alex Commies will change the system. They believe that Alex Commies will instill discipline. They believe that Alex Commies, they know within themselves, but and it is the right of anybody not to support commies. It is your right. Likewise, it is my right to support Alex Commies. So you will always be in a situation where you don't have an open mind because you don't know who you want to support. You only speaking because you see me. So you have to follow me. Although I got about 20 person watching me, but this 20 person at the end of the day, there will be more than that because I share it to my page. And it's not an easy thing to get people to watch you. You know what I'm saying? It's not an easy thing. What's up, Fred? How are you? Don't forget tomorrow. So Alex Commies is the man. That is why you think Alex Commies is desperate. Yes, he's desperate because lack of infrastructure. He's desperate because he wants to create jobs. He's desperate because he believes that we can do better. He believes that we can do better. So my advice to most of you guys who will only say, he will never be president. One, your mouth is not Holy Bible. I advise you take that time to support your candidate. I am not begging you that you must vote for Alex Commies. I'm only telling you that I want you to be smart enough to read between the lines to know who is the best. And I want you to be a patriot, not just to support someone because you feel that they handsome or because you're from the same tribe or because you're from this. Like my friend Jimmy Dan is from Nimba County, so he support people from Nimba County, which is not a bad thing. But the fact of the matter is that put Liberia first. When you're running for president, it's not a county you're running for. When you're running for a representative, you're running for a district. It's a small little place. If you're running to be senator, you're running for a county, it's a big place. If you're running for president, you're running to be president for 15 counties. So we're not here to pick and choose. Mr. Commies is running for president for 15, and that is why we're going all over. And we cannot change it to say why Mr. Commies from Maryland, we cannot change it. You know what I'm saying? But you are the one who continue. Right now, we're in a relay. We ANC people or Commies supporters, we look at the past results. We look at our results from 2020, 2017. We took 5th place. And as far as we're concerned, it's what we're working on. You, the Liberian people, have put Mr. Commies into 3rd place. You put Mr. Commies into 3rd place. One of the guys said, oh, because Prince Johnson, to show that because Prince Johnson is not capable and cannot win election in Liberia, that is why he's not contesting. So he's going to be contesting in his county. So that's a different ball game. So we won the debate. We want the Liberian people to go to know we will campaign. That's the rules of election. We will not sit down and think that they will bring it to us. We said it and we're not hiding it that yes, we're not popular. We are not popular at George. We're not popular at Joseph Boakai. But as far as we're concerned, we will make the case. And we make the case to Liberian people, not one or two. That is why the Constitution says that you should get 50 plus 1. Because they know it's not easy to get 100%. So some of you guys, I'm not there to convince you. Some of you will convince yourself. And some of you have made up your mind, but you just want to be on here to see me talking, but you're not going to distract me, and I will not be distracted by nobody. As I said, we got bigger issue in Liberia. We got the latest issue, the census. Some of you don't understand the importance of the census. All you know is just to talk. And Liberian people love the shortcut. Nobody can tell me why Cummings is not qualified to be president. Nobody can tell me genuine thing why Cummings cannot be president. They say, oh, he just coming. How can a man just be coming? When you say he came late, how can you say a man came late? This is not dress right dress to run for president. It's not a dress right dress or to run for representative. But because you love the shortcut. And the next thing, the only person we have seen who gone 2 terms in our lifetime is Ellen Johnson. So don't make it look like it's a constant thing. Joshua ran against Ellen Johnson 1 time. The second time, he went as vice president. So you can't tell me that Joshua came second to Madam Ellen Johnson 2 times. No. If that is the case, that means why the Liberian people carry Totman? Because Totman was the one who came second the last time. He was the candidate. But some of you guys will argue, say, oh no, it's Joshua was the vice president, Joshua. So, not because Mr. Boakai came second, that means Mr. Boakai will come. He has his time. He's supposed to be the next president. It's wrong. That is not a game. 20,000, 2,000 in this country. The 2000 election, Al Gore had the highest popular vote. He had the highest vote against Bush. 2004, why Al Gore come back and say, well, I don't want got the numbers. You're Liberian people, you're the one can only lie about numbers. You're the one can lie about numbers. Look, ruling party in Liberia, we're not talking about America. Ruling party in Liberia, they always get the numbers because people leave this party and start to come to the ruling party to get a job. By the time the ruling party is over, they don't have numbers anymore. You Labour, if let me talk to your Unity Party, because you're the one always talk about the numbers. You had 350,000 votes and 450,000 votes in the election. In fact, your real vote, your real numbers is always in the first round. Anything in the second round is not you alone. Now, at that time, Edwin Snow, all the guys were supporting Mr. Boakai. But ask yourself the question. Nukwe brought votes to Labour, to Unity Party? Yes. But Nukwe is not supporting Mr. Boakai. So do you think that that vote he carried stay with him? No. Nukwe is not supporting Boakai for president. Edwin Snow is not supporting Boakai for president. And Gafwan is not supporting Boakai for president. Moriah Yakula is not supporting Boakai for president. Wilmot Page is not supporting Boakai for president. Warner is not supporting Boakai for president. And Louis Brown is not supporting Boakai for president. So imagine, okay, maybe the real people who there will be around the 200 and some thousand votes. So that is, if you want to act like you're this good statistician, so you can't tell me that Omen stays sitting the vote, sitting waiting for him. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go back to the people. If we don't go, if we don't campaign, then the other person got to urge, because of what been happening in Liberia. Nobody been campaigning. When the president there, they will just wait until election day. Actually, that next year, most of them supposed to be coming. But Mr. Cummings have let everybody know people are scared not to get into the race. That is why they are crying on the 7%. That is why we are proud to be 7%. Because our 7%, you don't have to worry about me. But you worry. The apple juice I drinking. You the one worry about Alex Cummings and not winning election. You are the one worrying. When Mr. Cummings come here and no crowd, oh, you see, no crowd. When Mr. Cummings, when he come here, oh, the man spend money, that's your business. I wish we can spend that money. I wish we can spend that money. And even if I have my own will, if I could get them $5 to go vote, just to change that country. You can't be across the river and change the country. You can't be out of the house and change the laws, the procedure in the house. Now, let's be honest. You can. And some of you guys, I know you hate Mr. Cummings, but deep down, you're not. But because you know your man doing bad. So, you know, and Liberty Party, having a reconciliation, then they will go to Bwaka. Why Liberty Party can have the reconciliation and remain with CPP? Why you think it's the other side? What make you think that way? What make you think that Mr. Cummings will not get a good vice president? It will be only Mr. Bwaka. So the same way you think that it's supposed to be for you, I think the same way it's supposed to be for me. So what I'm saying here is that to my ANC brothers and sisters, do not be distracted by the spoon talk or by whatsoever. Yeah, don't be distracted. And let me give you this warning. If you decide to show anything from the World Cup or game or so, be talking at the same time they should know, but don't just post anything. I'm not here to tell you Joshua went to watch the game. I'm not here to tell you all the officials who went there, all that thing, that nonsense and that distraction. They know exactly what they're doing. You think like Brempo, know? You think like Brempo don't know? There are bigger issues facing our people than Joshua going to the World Cup. They know he went to the World Cup. And he will be coming back. And they will have a big program. They will go to the street. They will put people in the street. They will confuse you. Are you going to fall for it? Some of you believe that our Liberian people and they're stupid. That's what you believe. But you're not stupid. Liberian people are not stupid. Liberian people are not stupid. They know. They know what good for Liberia. You know, you made a first mistake. But you can't sit and make the second mistake. First food are full, second food are not full. You cannot sit there and make the second mistake. You voted for President Weah because you believe that President Weah was the best. You believe that President Weah was like you. You believe that President Weah was the only man that will get there and change the system. But he failed you. Because he failed you, you want to get vexed and say, okay, let me just stay there one time. No. There is nothing said that President Weah can, before President Weah goes second term, that his first term is supposed to determine his second term. That means he's doing good. Then you will carry him for the second one. But you can see a man doing bad and then you still won't carry him. And don't let nobody fool you. That's when they say, I'd rather be with the devil I know than the ink. That's a lie. The devil is a devil. The devil that put you in trouble. The devil is the one that putting you in trouble. That's why people who are believers, some people who are good prayer people, they say Liberia problem is spiritual. Because there are things that happen like, bro, sometimes people ask themselves, why it happened? There are people who just can't understand. Good people. Ask yourself the question, is my life better now than 4 or 5 years ago? You got people can't feed their family. People are strong. Look at the census. Look at the registration now, the biometric. They're killing time. Then last minute to try to say, you know what, it's late. We can't do nothing. So let's just continue with the election. Liberians, why? They are in charge. They control it. They control it. What will you do? Because most of the time, the ruling party is worried and planning to cheat. All their plans is to cheat. Everything they're doing, how we can steal this, how can we do this? How, you know what? Let's suppress them this way, and this will happen. We suppress them this side, and this will happen. Don't tell me say I'm drinking on live again because of my juice are drinking. So don't tell me say, oh, the man drinking live on Facebook. Yeah. So you see, so we got a serious problem in Liberia. Don't blame yourself. Oh. Don't blame yourself. And some of them will tell you, they're on the so-called big time stock show, like the Spoon Talk. Oh, where's my Joa? Where's my Mary? Where's Paflomo? The people you see that follow Mr. Cummings, that who? Who are they? They put you under the impression that Mr. Cummings not gaining attraction. That's what they will say, because that's what they want you to hear, and then you will follow them. Oh, Stanton said the woman went and bent down and did this because what? My man not tie my shoes. I disrespect woman. My sister not tie my shoes. But guess what? The funny part, what you guys need to be smart on, Mr. Cummings' shoe, it do not have string. There was no string. And two, what they know, that the girl had Mr. Cummings' shoe in her possession first. Because you know to the marks, when the people come outside, everybody will. And 2, 3, she's a security. She can protect that shoes. If anybody can leave that shoes and put something in the shoes. So that's some of the distraction they want you to carry on. So it's a weak and lazy story. Oh, Mr. Cummings don't respect woman. I bet you Stanton man have tied his shoe before. His wife have put on his shoes before. I know that. I know he have done things. It mean that you disrespect woman. And 2, she's a security woman. And she had the shoes in her hand. But he only saw the girl putting the shoes down, and for Mr. Cummings, and Mr. Cummings tapped the girl back. But what I say this, that's her job. She's a security personnel. You take care of the president property, because anybody, any other person, like people who don't like Mr. Cummings, could put something in Mr. Cummings' shoe. That is not an issue. But that is what they want you to hear, to distract you, instead of talking about George Weah, and they want to talk. The same Spoon will put something up there so you can be distracted. That's why they show George Weah picture at the World Cup. So you will only be talking about George Weah at the World Cup while the real issue is on the ground. You know what I'm saying? So we'll be on the Liberty Radio, we'll be there, we'll talk, and people will hear us in Liberia at the same time. You the one hearing us too. So just how they say people can hear us, that the same way people will not hear them. The people that are in Liberia, they're on Facebook. And be honest with you, 10-15% of Liberians actually on Facebook. So that's when we'll talk to. Sometimes we're lucky, we'll get somebody from Grand Bassa County. Sometimes we get other people from this side. So I will say this. In politics, when you're running for office, it's not about resume. It's not about vote for me, I get PhD. No, it's not in the Constitution. So you will not hear me talking about President Weah, whether he get masters, he didn't get masters. I think I was one of those and say, well, why President Weah might even rush himself to go get masters when you think what the Liberian people want to look at? The Liberian people looking for leaders, they look for leadership. It's just unfortunate that George Weah fall into a group where he refused to listen. But let me just tell you a little thing. Because this is what we said before, and we've been saying about President Weah ain't listen. President Weah could even take the model of football and be a very good leader. Anybody can use the model of football. Liberian people is the one who own the team. George Weah is the coach of the team. Every good coach, when you put your team together, Your number 9, your number 10, your number 6 is not doing good. You recruit. You ask people, we give you the team. By this time, President, we are supposed to make the best choice. By this time, President, we are supposed to know who is the best number 9 on his team. But all President, we are know these people are the best. And playing football, no coach will take a dead player. No coach will get a very good number 6, and the number 9 can score. The number 6 is good, the number 8 is good, but the 9 cannot even score. If the 9 can score, they will ask the 6, how come the 9 not scoring? That means the number 6 is not even fitting number 9. But if the 6 and 8 and 10, the midfielder doing everything, and this number 9 just messing up, they will fire you. And when you on the bench, you expect when you come in, you should be able to see everything. But George Weah was on the bench for 12 years, watching the game, and went in the game and did nothing. And George Weah know that's not how football is worked. So let's forget about it. He's expert now. He's a professional player. He played a big-time game. But at the same time, he never learned the game. He never understand how the game look like. He's still like a player, because only player can tell player physique. Coach don't call player physique. So if you play the game and you get to understand the game, then you transition from football to football administrator. But if you don't when you don't transfer yourself, if you don't transform yourself to get into the administrative part, then you remain as a player. So President Weah, for the last 12 years, when he was opposition, he never taught on correcting the mistakes. They all came in by the imagination, how to make themselves rich. When you start worrying about 12, they say we are going to do it. You better make sure you're eating the next 2 years, because after 2 years, you'll forget it. It catch up with them. Corruption catch up with them. Corruption catch up with them. Liberian people, wake up. You know the law, but you never appear in court. Wake up. It's shameful to say you think America got the right to stop us who to vote for. You nothing. Liberia is nothing. We are beggars. How will you be a beggar at the same time you want to make big mouth? You're here in the lion money, you want to make big mouth. If anything happened like brother America, you will call. We beg. Just imagine our budget. Almost $500 million in our budget just from begging to pay salary. Then you will sit there and allow, you glorify criminals. You raising your hand, we will vote for Nathaniel Magay, we will vote. America can do nothing. You nothing. We are nothing to America. Nothing. You sit there in 50, I'm over 12, how many? 48 months. I'm not talking about the other year, 5 years. In 48 months, people that you knew were poor, they turned to be millionaire in your eyes. Why you stay the same? Now everybody watching me from America, people in Liberia watch me, I just see what my friend me. In 48 months, people who you knew before who could not afford it, they are millionaires. They turn millionaires in no time, in your face. And you stay praising them. You stay glorifying them. Tell me, what else? Liberia is your priority. We are not enemies. You just want to support one person and support another person. I am saying this, you are saying this. But you cannot live in the greatest country in the world and see your country going down. You cannot do that. You cannot. You cannot be living in the greatest country in the world. God bless you. You came to this country. Some of us never thought that we would come to America. The difference between us and the Liberia and the people in Liberia, one, we were born equally. We are all human beings. We all created by God. Facts. Two, I live in America. You live in America, in Liberia. Good. Three, there's opportunities in America. You can't find it in Liberia. In Liberia, you can go to school, you graduate, you can find jobs. In America, you go to school, you graduate, you will find job. Even you find job on your feet, you can find job in America unless you're lazy. In Liberia, you're working. They will decide when to pay you. In America, they don't decide when to pay me. The day they gave me for pay, that's when I get my pay. In Liberia, when they fire you, you can't go unemployment. In America, when they fire me, I can get unemployment. In Liberia, if you're working, you can find food to eat. In America, if I'm not working, I can find food to eat. Nobody go hungry in America unless you're lazy. If you see the people begging in the street, they want money. But for food, forget it. You go to the food bank, you will get a food surplus. Nobody go hungry. If I get a place to sleep, I can go to the shelter. Unless you don't want to go to the shelter, maybe you get no information. But in Liberia, the opportunity is not there. I can credit in America. I can put a credit in my credit bar. I will not credit. But if I get good credit, I can go to a credit card company, they will give me money. In Liberia, you can't credit. You see that? That is the difference. Why you should sit in America and see what is bad, then you say your people in America that you're too much. You're in America that's supporting the wickedness in Liberia. You are the one that's saying it, so the people in Liberia will follow you. When they say, oh, Book people let us down, you know who said it? That was the Book man who brought it up. They failed Book man. The other politicians who failed the Liberians, they don't want to say, oh, well, know your educated people fool us. Do you know who started singing the song, You Came a Man, You Came a Pa? That the man who know that it will bring the issue up. So he started singing the song and everybody followed. You know Book, we vote for you. That the educated man brought it up. We got educated, corrupt people. We got educated, honest people. We got illiterate people who are not, they are damn corrupt, and they get some who are straight and good. So we need to put Liberia first. We need to vote. Let us not, you cannot hate somebody. We are opponents. We are Liberians, but we all fight because as the multi-party democracy, the process. If Mr. Cummings lose, he lose. If Mr. Weah lose, he lose. But Cummings is my choice. And I'd rather lose with Cummings because it's what I believe in. Until I can see another Liberian who I know will be better than Ellis Cummings, I don't see nobody better than Ellis Cummings. None of them in the race, in this particular race so far, better than Ellis Cummings. I don't see none of them. What's up, Kim? Yeah. I don't see none of them. So God bless us. We came to this country. Do you really sit down and think about your people back home? What they're going through? How are they coming? How they're going to be calling you? Yes, don't get some of them wrong. Some of them will tell you, say, where are your business? You won't help me, no problem. I'll go for a job. Yeah, fine. But do you ask yourself that question? It's hard. Some of us will not sit back and allow all these things to happen. You see? And let me say this to you. Let me educate you small. Some of you don't understand what I mean by change. Change is not about changing one group to another group. No. Two, in our Liberian political setting, 85% of the people that are there into politics, they are corrupt. Are you going to throw that away? Can you give me clean people who are not corrupt, to go into politics? No. You can. When you go into politics, you're not applying for a job. Now, some of you who said, yes, Mr. Cummings is a clean man, and which is true, Mr. Cummings is a clean man. I'm not saying he's a perfect man, but he's an honest guy. And Mr. Cummings have shown us something in you that you don't want to know. You got George Weah, you got Ellen Johnson, you got all the people. Some of you people, you look at George Weah today. George Weah brought the same people back. George Weah got former rebels working with him. And they voted. You got Charles Pratt, you got all these people, Eugene Namwe, all these people. They were all rebels. Why you complain? There is no way if Mr. Cummings are looking for everybody, okay, yeah, clean. They will never win because the clean people, the clean Liberians don't want to get into politics. So that is why the good Liberians are catching hard time into politics. Everybody listen to Ellis Cummings saying that if you cause any trouble, you will face the law. The same way Louis Brown, Daniel Chair supported George Weah, Ellen Johnson. Daniel Chair supported Mr. Bwaka. Daniel Chair was member of Liberty Party. Nobody talked about it. But because you're afraid of me, when I say me, you're afraid of Alex Cummings. You worry, how can Alex Cummings coming up with all the ideas? So you worry now, and you're talking about Alex Cummings bring rebel. That's your damn business. It will hurt you. It will hurt you. Anybody want to support Mr. Cummings can support Mr. Cummings. The good thing I'm happy for, my vision bearer is better than your vision bearer. My vision bearer is smarter and got everything than the man you supporting. That is the only thing I'm happy about. But if you think I will apologize or I will say no because Ellen Johnson want to support me, I will tell you to hell with yourself. I will tell you, go to hell and tell the devil I sent you. Former President Barack, the first time he contested in Chicago, a smart man, he thought he could win it on his own. He decided not to be bothered with the Democratic people. He lost. The mayor of Chicago called and said, son, you smart. But let me tell you, if you won't win election X, Y, Z, the following time he won. Mr. Cummings will not stay across the bridge and fix the other side of the bridge. Everybody who come to join Mr. Cummings, he had an interview, not interview, but talk. This is my belief. This is what I believe in. Every one of y'all said Mr. Cummings good. But you don't support him. The bad men, the men you say bad, the people you say corrupt, they said I see the goodness in Cummings. They said I abandon the chopping. They say I will turn to the men. It's not that they were bad, but because the system is bad, they want the system changed. But because the system can change, they live with the system. Like McIntosh. McIntosh been with the coalition for so long. He ain't get no job. Finally, Joshua gave him job. He said, I want it. Thank you very much. I'd rather bring because you still not doing the right thing. He left the ruling party. He stayed member of his party, but he abandoned because he was going to get another better job. He said, Ellis Cummings is better, yeah? Let me tell you, we made a mistake. Louis Brown was recalled. Louis Brown was offered. But you will lie, say, oh, that lie, they not offered. Louis Brown had a chance of getting another job under the Weah government. Louis Brown said, listen, I think we made a mistake. Ellis Cummings is the right man. You don't see Ellis Cummings all over the place causing George Weah. You can't see Ellis Cummings criticizing George Weah just because you want to. Mr. Cummings criticized George Weah on national issues. Mr. Cummings criticized George Weah on national issues, issues that are bothering Liberians, that are damaging our country. That is why. But because you don't got nothing, Mr. Cummings, you not try, you can't catch him. You try to destroy, you can't make it. The only thing that, oh, any man go and bring rebel, you yourself been having a rebel too. You yourself brought a rebel before. The simple you say rebel, the post say the war crime code come. Mr. Cummings say, I want a war crime code. But if you don't ever believe anybody, because Mr. Cummings is coming from an institution where he worked very hard. My Liberian people, if you listen to me today, this is not about bragging. For you to just be a supervisor or something, or manager in a company in Liberia, in America, you will know what you're up to. It's not by just looking at your face. They will not give it to you because your brother working there. They will give it to you based on your qualification or your base or something. So for men like Alex Cummings to go as far that position, and for people to know him and to serve on different board, trust me, we should be proud. And there are other Liberians out there who do the same thing. But we glorify corrupt people. Tell me, look at the way that man living. My man, I got a job, get chopping. Look around and check your millionaires, how they got money today. Look, go and Google them. They say we got 20 richest Liberians. Go and see their names and how they got the money. How they got the money. Eh? So whether we like it or not, I'm supporting Cummings. You don't want to support Cummings, that's your business. I'm only telling you, open your eyes. If Mr. Cummings will not be president, I'm worried. Now you're worried because you already don't want him to be president. So you don't want worry that he will be president. No, you don't get it yet. If Mr. Cummings will not be president, that's my worry. Now you're worried. But you telling me he will not be president because you the one worrying that he shouldn't be president. You see it? You are the one worrying, not me. Mr. Cummings will never be president and you worrying. That I mean, I don't want to be crying. I don't want supposed to be worried. And then Mr. Cummings, no. But instead, you are the one telling me, and at the same time, you are the one worrying because we will defeat you. We will defeat you. That song you're singing, nobody know Mr. Cummings. Don't worry, the race is not to the swift, but the one we endorse to the end. That you don't want worry. Be living in 2017 and say, Mr. Cummings, ain't get numbers. Put a number in your pocket. Put that numbers in your pocket, yeah? Keep the number. It's sitting on Tradefco Bank. You know Tradefco Bank close. Oh, Mr. Cummings that this, Mr. Cummings that that. Because he ain't got no damn thing to say. But the opposition, the opposition together. The opposition together. There's nothing we can do. There is nothing. That's the song they want to sing. That only sedition singing that song, and some of the people from UP singing the song because they believe that if the voters is low, if the turnout is low, it's between Unity Party and CDC. That is their strategy. Like my friend asked me, so you're trying to tell me that the people that will not vote, that Mr. Cummings, yes. Yes. If independent don't vote, what independent do? What independent do? If they don't vote. So they got Unity Party people who are pretending to be seditions. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? Oh, there are UP members who are pretending to be seditions and attacking Alex Cummings. Let me tell you the real truth. We know, we have heard it, and they're planning it, but let them go ahead. But we are into a race. And this race we're into, we got 3 men, 3 flawed men. It is your right to choose. It is my right to choose. But between the 3, Mr. Cummings stand above them. Between the 3, anything you want to find a president, Mr. Cummings is better than George Weah and better than Joe Boakai. I will tell you the truth. You might not like it, but the fact is the fact. Don't let nobody fool you about governmental experience. Governmental experience have taken Liberia nowhere. Governmental experience only still ain't help Liberia any way, shape, or form. Everybody had a responsibility. We are judging President Weah based on his 5 to 6 years. We make him president. We're not judging George Weah on 29. George Weah went in a refugee camp. George Weah went in a refugee camp. We know. I will give it to you, no problem. Since you can show the picture, you can justify it. But when he became president, he ever went in a refugee camp? Oh, no. You think It's a high school thing that they say you got 15 subjects and you pass 5, then you say we'll promote you. No, you fail. President, we have failed the Liberian people. And then we got a vice president who were there for 12 years. And one of his responsibility is for the group of 77. Can anybody tell me what the vice president did for group of 77? No. He had oversight responsibility. The vice president is the only guy who served in 2 positions. He attend cabinet meetings at the same time he is the president of the Senate. And what you don't know, and maybe sometimes other people don't know, that every concession, every document that goes to go to the president, the vice president sign it. The vice president vote when there's a tie, that when he vote. But Mr. Bwaka have never broke the tie before because there will never been any tie. But whenever they pass that law, the vice president will sign, the secretary of the Senate will sign, or the president pro tem before they take it to the president. And the vice president, I always say the vice president, when I put it, is the first advisor to the president. The vice president will sit with the president and come up with the agenda, unless the president want to be bad. The vice president has a responsibility. So there should be some responsibility that you should tell. Don't tell me about 1980 LPMC days. Don't tell me. Because it's still not facts, because you got no record to show me. You got no record. Don't tell me about governmental experience. Don't tell me about governmental experience. This man went to school, he got a degree. They never told you to work in government or work in private sector. You know what I'm saying? So then I can tell you, Liberia need a very good manager. Somebody who will manage our resources, somebody who can produce jobs, somebody who can encourage. And that is what Mr. Cummings knows. That is what Mr. Cummings can do. He will bring people, he will negotiate. And Mr. Cummings, the only man who told us that I can take the Liberian budget to $1 billion. To $1 billion. Anybody ever thought about it? They complain, and today what happened? 780 million. So Mr. Cummings know how to produce job. He know how to make it that his profession. That is the good thing about it. He's not telling you that he's an engineer. That is why he will bring the best. They say when you get a vision, you cannot realize a vision without the smart people. You got to bring in the best to carry on. Liberia is easy today. President, the government responsibility is to build roads, schools, hospitals. You know, when the government build roads, the next thing people will start developing a road, they will start building a little gas station. The next thing they will put a little motel, then they put a little shop, and that's what the government they build roads. Then schools, the government responsibility to build schools. Government is supposed to subsidize private schools. But instead of government building schools, we are allowing the representative to build schools. The schools for them. It's for them. Like in District 6, I saw elder carrying chairs to his own school, then the people clapping. That his own school. If any government official builds school, the school not for you. It's not for you. You know what I'm saying? So all these things we're talking about, we got to understand. Hospital. Government is supposed to subsidize private clinics. So at least we need primary health care. We need five sicknesses killing Liberians. Just 5. People dying from typhoid. People dying from different small sicknesses. Woman go deliver, she die. It don't happen. Let's forget about the cancer, the heart attack. This is a normal thing. Sidiki, how are you? Sidiki? Sidiki? Sidiki, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yeah, you sound low. I'm not hearing it too clear.
I used to say I sounded low, Sidiki. Everybody here hear me now. Only you do not hear me. Okay, Sidiki. What's happening in Liberia then?
Yeah, nothing much. We're doing good here. Tomorrow we'll be having an engagement in District 17.
Okay, so what about y'all being District 17 tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow there'll be engagement in District 17.
So what's the court outcome? What's the outcome of the court?
No,
They say labor.
until Monday, the lawyer only filed in a complaint. I think there'll be a hearing on Monday or anytime next week, because Tuesday will be holiday here. But anytime next week before we can get any update from the court.
What kind of holiday on Tuesday?
And Tuesday will be November 29th.
Oh, third my birthday.
Yeah, sure.
We need to cancel out our birthday there because ain't nothing. But anyway, so what Mr. Cummings doing today?
No, there is no engagement today, but tomorrow we'll be going to District 17. There is no engagement today. Yeah, but
Okay,
the 29 program has been postponed. The 29 program has been postponed to next month, and Mr. Cummings will be traveling to the southeast anytime next week to go and engage with the county people over there and acknowledge them and encourage them to do the registration for the voter card. Right now, there's a big sample to Douala Market when you're going to Bomi Highway there. There's a big sample there. Mr. Cummings picture is there representing the CPP. And the message there is very clear, encouraging everybody to get a voter card. And, he's the only opposition leader that when you go around, you see a picture on billboard, the vehicle, the keke, the motorbike, and that is on. So other people are saying that you're not getting number. I don't know what they're thinking. But if you come in like bro right now, Cummings is the only opposition leader you see a picture hanging all over. Both on the sample, on the running, vehicles and keke and motorbike everywhere.
Good. Well, that's why we've been preaching, and Siddiqui, we've been preaching all these things to tell people that Mr. Cummings gaining traction, and we got to get prepared for that. But let them say whatever they want to say, that Mr. Cummings is not gaining this, he's not gaining that. But I heard about that billboard. Someone called me from that end and talk about it. But that's a good thing. And if you go around there, I want you to take pictures and post it on yourself. You know what I'm saying? I want you to post a picture. But listen,
we're going on tomorrow, by the grace of God.
Yeah. So Liberians, Mr. Cummings, we are the underdogs. I want to tell you that we are the underdogs, but we are doing everything. The race is not to the swift, until the one who endures to the end. Until this election is over, we will not start campaigning. We're not bragging. We're not trying to show off. But what we're trying to say is that we must let our people know. We should tell them who Ellis Cummings is. Let me say this. The government is bad. The government is terrible. The Liberian people is aware. They know. Legis, the census, the biometric, these guys are killing time. And what they're doing right now, they're posting pictures from Dubai. So you will concentrate on talking about their travel, then you will forget the real issues. But I don't care. Joshua can be in Dubai. We already know that Joshua time is over. We already know that time is over. And guess what? They're planning a very big trip. When Joshua arriving in the country, they're putting money in the Siddiqui, you know that they had a convention already, eh?
Yeah, the CDC, yeah, of course, I know that.
They had a convention 12 o'clock in the night. And, Jefferson Koji now is the, I think, Secretary General.
The Secretary General. Then they later won for the year-old man as you win chair.
So the UV chairman, he 40-year-old.
Yeah, they made a 40-year-old. They made dollar. They made first child like 25 years old.
Look at that, man, people. The youth in Liberia now is 40 years old, man, people. Because CDC elected a 40 years old man as the youth chairman.
The people, the citizens, they are disenchanted. And this is where I sometimes think, where are some of those other citizens that can be put commenting on Facebook and attacking other people that Georgia get number? The BS citizens that were here, the people that used to work from both District 15, District 17, and all walks of life, and all the slum communities, and print all their own t-shirt to go to the CDC headquarters. They are disenchanted right now because you know what? They are the ones that did the suffering. They are the ones that took on the CDC message and the Georgia message to bring this government to power. But what Georgia did was to empower his friends, make them rich, And today he cares less about those people that help him to get into where he is today. And so those people, they are disenchanted. Some of them, they are joining Mr. Kumis now, they are joining CPP, and some of them, they are even neutral Liberians today who are very careful who to support come Sunday 23. A majority of those people will vote for the CPP. There is no doubt about that. So I don't even know some of the citizens are living in America and Europe. You know, when they sit down on the social media, they want to ride on Jovial, pass popularity and say, oh, Jovial get a number and other stuff. The man does not have no number, you know, and that's why the president don't care. The man go to Qatar, he extend his trip to the 18th. All these things they are doing it to distract the Liberian people from talking about a bad, you know, governance and other things they've been doing. But for me, I just want to tell everybody we need not to talk about this thing because the men in the country, the men in the country, it is the same thing. You know, it's just like you, the father, you in town, the children are eating. So even you go all the time, they're not going to miss you because you in town, you're not providing food. So what will miss you for? Even job will come back today, nothing going to change. The Liberian people still go to bed with hunger. Nothing will change. And that's why the people are resolved to voting outcomes on the tree. Oh, yeah.
So George, you are in the country, he's not in the country, said the people in care, they're not even missing him. And that is some of the problem. But at the same time, we must push that message, let our people know that I'm 20 and 23, we all should be voted out of office if we want to save our country. Because we are showing it to us that he don't want to be president, and we are the ones still pushing him.
Forcing him.
Yeah, we are the one. People are not taking pay in Liberia. Our nurses, our teachers, our police. So you see, the Cummings administration is telling,
Christmas coming now. You know, Christmas is next month. But right before, when the 29 coming around, November 29 coming, then by the time you can know that, Christmas really around. But right now, people can't even send our children to school. Then why you come and celebrate Christmas? Majority of the children say, you know, and then few people keep enjoying the resources. That's time I thought what the men local, the men go and dish out thousands of dollars today in the name of giving money to student community. It is elaborate money, but the people eat it nothing. The people their time is over, man. Right now, when you come in like bro, you just getting commercial car. You talk about Georgia. That is how you're gonna know that the president is done. Commercial car, no long buses.
So the mayor went to Lofa County to give money.
Yeah, I think they invited him in the Lofa Community College. They invited him to be the spokesperson. I think they had a graduation there. And Samuel is there right now. You know, he went there to dish out money on the student. I think that they say they're very concerned about the people. Wherein they can't even provide for the University of Liberia students. You know, the people go to school and then they're not even getting paid. So what kind of love you trying to show the students? He ain't Lofa right now.
Wow. And they said that Eugene Namo went to Liberia recently to make sure the people take pay.
Yeah, that's what I hear. That's what I saw on Falcon page, but I can't confirm that because Falcon too, one of the men too that I don't think he should be trusted because this is a man that was in government that was defending all the bad things, and now because he's not there again, so he wants to pretend like it's to say he's speaking truth. So even today they call Falcon again, Falcon will not be saying what he's saying. So it is just the case. Yeah.
You're right.
So and there are thousands of people like that. There are a lot of people like that, people, you know. Not like Alex Williams. I think you know about that guy. That guy started speaking when he was even in government. He started speaking against the government when he was in government, when he was still in Legion. But Falcon never did that. Falcon was in government, serving as Deputy Information Minister. When the issue of Justina Taylor came up, Falcon started defending this government. You know, defending all the lies, all the bad things Falcon talking about today. Only because you're not in government. But that job we are called out today say, look, come and be the Deputy Information Minister, come and be the proper information minister. Falcon more close. So the kind of people that you don't take them serious. And this is not about individual. It should be about our country. You know? Yeah.
Yes, you're right, because these guys, because they're not there today, so they try to do all kinds of things. But I would say this, Siddiqui, we will keep it up. We will continue to give the message. We all know very well that Mr. Cummings is the best man. We all know that Mr. Cummings is ready and prepared. The first Liberian politician who resigned from his job, and I'm tired, retired from his job after working for so long and retired very early. And God bless him. That's his own thing. But that is why I want to make Mr. Cummings different. Mr. Cummings have done things in Liberia that no politician have done. He continued to engage the people. He continued to tell the people. He continued to tell them, to encourage them. The only man who can speak. The only man who encouraged Liberian people. The only man who gave them hope. You know what I'm saying? Not to change for hope or the hope for, you know, but the man who is saying that we can do it. We can change. We can change. And most of the guys, and what I noticed that in politics, they are afraid of Cummings because they think that Mr. Cummings will spoil the chop in Siddiqui, that they believe that if Mr. Cummings president tomorrow,
but what Mr. Cummings said, we went to district number 6 time. The last engagement we had was to town hall, Queensville town hall, and then somebody asked Mr. Cummings about corruption. How are you going to fight corruption? Mr. Cummings said, look, we have good laws in Liberia. So what we're going to do, the first thing, we'll have to pay the civil servant good money, good living wage, so that they can be independent on our own, in a sense that whenever they're investigating corruption cases, they can't be compromised. That's the first thing we got to do. Secondly, the president of the country, which will be me at then, at the time, we should have somebody in the presidency that can look at his best friend and prosecute his best friend in the interest of the Liberian people. He said, we'll prosecute people, we'll send people to jail. He said, and I wish somebody close to me can steal from the Liberian people so that I can set the example on the person. And evident about that is exactly what Mr. Cummings portrayed during the Ava case. Ava was a very helpful man in Mr. Cummings' camp. Ava was a man that used to work with young people, recruit young people to bring them over to the ANC. But when that book issue came up, Mr. Cummings looked at all that stuff and said, look, Ava, you have to resign. It was a hard decision for Mr. Cummings, but he did it. Even some of the ANC people, they were angry with Mr. Cummings, but he had to do it because of his integrity and the credibility and the message that he preached to the Liberian people. So that tells you that the men, they don't breath and blow when it comes to, taking certain decisions. But that year, United Party chairman was just accused of stealing LEC. Have Joseph Boakai come out or the United Party issue any statement about that? No, they will not do it because they are all the same. There is no difference. The only thing they can tell you, they say, oh, and the speaker do stealing current. Oh, but I thought you guys said you're coming to power to change the system. Then your chairman stealing current, your chairman stealing electricity. And then you say the speaker doing that. So what's the essence of bringing you back to power? So it is just a case.
Oh, wait. Go back again. Who they called stealing power in Liberia, my people?
United Party chairman, Reverend Takba, the man that call himself Reverend. How can you be a Reverend and you steal anything? You steal current. United Party chairman, Speaker Chimo, even the president, all of them stealing current. But the fact is, out of all, we have identified the government to be a corrupt government. So there is no case about that. That's why all of us on a daily basis, on the social media, against those people for the Liberian people to vote them out. But here we say somebody in the opposition community, powerful as a United Party chairman, they meant to stealing current. So what is the change now? What is the change? The United Party chairman, the party chairman of the United Party, they meant to stealing current. So tell me now, where is the change? And then when you talk, someone else say, any speaker to stealing it. So it's just like when you talk about corruption to the Georgia government, they say, any to store money, so we're doing our own. So it's the same case they're trying to bring it. Because Speaker Ellis Tyler stealing current. So it should give United Party chairman the audacity to steal electricity. Those people cannot be trusted.
That's a funny thing. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is my co-host Siddiqui and in Liberia, and who giving us the day-to-day activities and back home. And as you always know that I say this all the time, although Yasini and others were going to have a show for Siddiqui, I really want us to get a motorbike for Siddiqui, please. So I'm asking you if you can make a contribution, it will be good. And the general show is also sponsored by friends of Dumuya Factor. The Dumuya Factors are the one who's sponsoring the show to keep it live on radio. So Please, but I need some transportation before December. Your 5 cents, your 10 cents, your 20 cents, your dollar, your $100 would be better for us. And also, we got to pay for data. We got to pay for a lot of stuff. So please, I am only asking you and appealing. If you can help, I will appreciate it. Please, if you can help, I've already collected $275 so far. And whatever we can raise, if I can't get it, I will have to raise it myself to do it for him, because I the one started it. And you can be your ANC member. I don't need to go text Mr. Cummings to tell you, say, Mr. Cummings, oh, please help us with small thing. I'm not doing it. If you can help me, I will do it and I will get the bike for him. But as an ANC member, as a supporter of Mr. Cummings, this kid is a very good kid. He's a very hardworking. The ANC in Liberia, let me make it clear to you, they do not give him anything. Everything that is done by some friends or me to make sure Siddiqui gets to these places and get information from there. Because all they believe in the ANC in Liberia that we are the one that helping them. So the guys that are in Liberia who directly, some of them get little 10 or 15 bucks, but everything, it comes from us. Sometimes they will get in the car after they finish, they got to go home. They got to eat. They got to go to school. They got to do other things. So it's not an easy thing. So if you're a friend of me, you're a friend of Cummings, you're a friend of this show, be a part of it. Even right now, the 56 people that say they're watching me, if anyone they can just put $, there are $56 right there. You can cash at me. $, there are $57 right there. $2 times 57 or $3, or if you can get five bucks, it will be good. Please, every day, I understand things are hard. I'm not forcing you, but I'm only asking you if you can do it. But before Christmas, if I can't get it, I will have to do what I'm supposed to do. But you should understand, it's not easy. I'm not getting paid. Nobody getting paid. You're not getting paid for watching me. But we continue. We want for the message to be in Liberia. But this kid got to go home. This man, by the time he gets home, sometimes 11 o'clock in the night, I'm afraid. I would not sleep good. Yes, he could still be on the back. Don't get me wrong. He could still be on the back. Something happened to him. But waiting for car, he might fall into the wrong taxi. He might fall onto the wrong motorbike. That one thing. But when he get his own little motorbike that he can ride, if something happened, fine. But I would not sleep good. I'm worried. Every time they picking shut the station off, he got to go home. I say, my man, Jay, when you reach there. So sometimes I can be talking to him while he in the car and all going. Because in the night, no transport, no bike running in that area. Any bikes you see now, it's not that he getting a bike to run transportation. No, he's not going to run transportation. He is happy. The first I tested him for, I said, at least you can guess me. He said, and boss man, for me to be running transportation now, they think I wreck school, but I got to go to school and this, and at least he can go to school and go to places. He's not going to ride behind Mr. Cummings into Banga. He will be on a car going there, but at least when you get back to HQ, you can find your way to go. That is why I'm still begging. If all the people that know Siddiqui, there are people who now help Siddiqui with telephone. Some people call. I don't want to call it. A lot of people who can help Siddiqui. I will tell the real truth. But I want us to get this bike for him, and at least that he can be able to move around. Like going to District 17 now tomorrow. I got to cash app him to go to District 17 tomorrow. He's going to be there to cover up, to carry on Voice Matter Live, to get information. These are all some of the sacrifice, my people. That man could be the same person behind George. We are saying, but he been supporting Mr. Cummings since 2016, 17. He voted for Cummings 2017, and he still believes that Ellis Cummings is the best man. He still believes in it, and nobody can change his mind. It's not it got nothing to do with his tribe, his religion, or whatsoever. But because he's a Liberian, a young man who going to school. But I will tell you, he's an honest guy. He's an honest kid that you can use any day, anytime. You can ask him to run after anything that you want him to run after, and he can do it for you. Because he's not looking at today. He's looking at tomorrow. He don't know where you and he will meet. And I learned a lot from him. I will tell you, I learned a lot from him when we having a conversation. He's not one of the Liberian kid, and some of them getting jealous and all. It's oh, gee, bro, you throw me away. I'm not throwing nobody away, but it just me. Sometimes when somebody, take to you, you got to show them that respect and love too. But we're saying it, we all in this thing together. Ellis Cummings is the man, the best man for the job. I'm not going to hide from that. And also, don't forget, you've been seeing a poster up here. It's the ANC Global Western Region 2022 Gala in Sacramento, California. It will be from the 9th to the 11th. Please save that date if you can buy a ticket and you can be there. Mr. Cummings will be there. It will be the last program for this year. So please don't forget. And also the general show is sponsored by Friends of Dumoyo Factor. I know that name will be changed. We'll have to change that name. And I just want to say thank you to most of them, especially that thing. Air Louis is the lady, and Amanda in our group, and Dr. Frances, and Wenty, and Peel, and Jewa. There's so many. I'm sorry I call the names like that, but I just can still remember some of the names. So please don't give up on us. Keep us on the radio. Keep us on the radio. Don't give up. The message is resonating. And again, let us speak truth to power. Get away with the insults. You don't need to curse George Weah. You need to say the truth. We all know George Weah failed the Liberian people. So don't let the pictures from Dubai distract you, because that's what they want you to do. And don't listen to Spoon for Spoon to distract you when they're saying things for Mr. Cummings, because that is what they want to do. So don't let them distract you, please. And if they say Mr. Cummings shot, just if you want to answer, and just let it go. Or sometimes you do not to answer to some of the things. The other day on the show, the host said I stole coffee. You want me to come out and go after him? But the good thing is that people who text me, people who call me, after they give me the news and they say, Mooney, don't do it. Don't go after him. Don't show that you are a different person. The man say I stole coffee. Do you know what it means to say somebody say I stole coffee? They can even arrest me for that. But the man say, oh, the man went and played and stole coffee. Do I arrest somebody to steal coffee? No. But he thought he was joking, or maybe he thought, and if I will tell people today, my popularity, don't worry about what a 50% watching me. I'm not the popular bad guy. No. I am popular, but I'm not a bad guy. But people know me. Some of them don't know the name. Some of them don't know my name, but they say, oh, yes, I'm not popular because of Facebook. No. So there are certain people who want to be popular because of Facebook. There are a lot of people who come on Facebook because they want for people to know them. But hey, in the Liberian community, nobody can say they know me. So you hear people calling me and say Moneyball. But some people don't know my Munel name. So they say Moneyball. But hey, I'm a leader in my community, my people. Let me tell you, I am a leader in the Liberian community. It's no joke about it. I am a leader. Right now, I'm the president of the Liberian community of South Jersey. We're not part of EULA. And so people shouldn't think that oh, nobody know the man. Oh, nobody days. Oh, no. Oh, 50% watching. Forget it. My page, I got 5,000 people on one of my Facebook page. So when I share it, people see it later on. So guys, thanks for watching. Please, we need your help. We need your help. We're not joking about it. We need your help. Let me just look at the comment a little bit and see what's going on. Conrad Nikan. Okay. Jimmy Grace said I should check my cash app. Let me see. Okay, thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much. I appreciate it for your contribution. I appreciate it highly. Thank you very, very much. And Conrad, you need to send something, please. I know you are Sidician, but no problem. Jimmy, thank you. Thank you. So let me go through the little, yeah. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you. Yeah. So before I close, before I shut down, I want to see at least 2 or 3 persons apart from Jimmy who just made a contribution. And I want to see other people sending. Send me some $20, send me $25, send me $100, send me what you can send me. Let us do it together. Yeah, let us do it together. The people need to get Siddiqui back ASAP. What is taking so long? Yes, I'm telling you, let me put that post up. It's taking too long, and I don't understand. Maybe some people want me to call them directly. We need to do a show. I call some other women. Yasini reminded me on that also. But I don't think we're ready. Yeah, the Cash App number is okay. You're right. I think I took it out. Let me see. Yeah, it's okay. Let me pin it on Facebook. Let me pin it on Facebook. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Josephine. Thank you very much for your contribution. I appreciate it. I appreciate it highly. Siddiqui Jet text me a data finish. The data finish, when I bring it up, that the data gone now. So he disappeared. I just saw his text, but thank you, sis Josephine. Thank you very much, and thanks to James Gray for and don't mind, I said Jimmy. I'm not Jim. I said James. James Gray. Thank you very much for your contribution, and thanks to sis Josephine. I appreciate your contribution. Siddiqui, it looked like we just gone what $320. We have gone $320. I'm looking for $1,000 and more than that because we need to register it because I make sure I got all the information and I'm looking for a bike that costs $1,000. Like, bro, you need to pay taxes anyway. You just buy the bike straight. In Ganta, it's cheaper, but I'm not going to tell the people's son to go to Ganta to go buy a bike and come back. No, I am not going to do that. I'd rather just buy it from Monrovia and that's it. So we're not going to do that. Yeah. So I appreciate it. And also, and Letitia contributed, and Sis Agnes Yo contributed, Alvin Kennedy contributed, and James, no, that are all names I'm calling them, contributed, and also my friend, okay, Annie Hoto also contributed. Jeremiah SEO, that's the house, the wife of Mr. and Miss Sisio, and Siafa Dix was the first who made a contribution of $100. And there's another lady, but I'm not. Oh, somebody just. I can't call it name. Let me see that. Okay. Some RJ just made a contribution. Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it. $25. We're going up little by little. Oh man, you guys making me look. You see why I can't leave the Facebook? So that I can get discouraged. I want to leave. I'm not going to talk for comments again, but I can't just leave. I can't just leave. So and someone we just got $70 so far, but that's a good thing. Trust me. If I tell you I'm not happy, I am overwhelmed. Because you see, the penny that you put in, you work for it. You work hard. It's not about how much you put in. So let me tell you, it's not that, oh, money, why you not calling the names? It's not about what you put in. It's about the individual who making the contributions, because that's the hard-earned money. You see in life, you see these fingers, they're not equal. And there are people who are capable enough. There are people who can make more than whatsoever. So the biggest thing is the contributions. You are part of that contribution. Now, I say, don't worry about if I'm making contribution. I don't worry about whether the person eat it, what they eat it, but at least I'm on the list. And, it's not a competition. Oh, John Brown gave me 200. Oh, Peter gave 50. Oh, John Brown gave 20. I don't believe in it. But when I get that amount, I will let people know. Nobody knew I got $275 already. Yes. But I don't have to tell you, John Brown gave me 50 cents. Peter gave me 25 cents. This other person, no, they're not competition yet. It's not a competition. So don't feel bad. Like people gave money sometimes for data. Sometimes people call, let me tell you what I like about Siddiqui. One time I called Siddiqui. He said, oh, I said, the program that you're going to, you get anything? He told me, he said, oh, one lady sent me $25. He said, a lady sent me $25. I said, wow. The other one, they will eat it from you, they eat it from other people. The other day he called me, he said, oh, there's a lady, she said she was watching the show, she sent a telephone. And he called me the woman name and said the woman said we shouldn't announce her name. And that's how he got it. The jack called and said, go. And there's another guy who I will not call his name, call Siddiqui and tell Siddiqui to go do his birth certificate. And he asked Siddiqui how much it would cost. The money that Siddiqui get, the guy didn't believe it. And the same guy now tells Siddiqui to go check on something for him that he sent to the port. You see, sometimes people blessing come in all kinds of form. Because I have come across a lot of Liberians, my people. Listen, Siddiqui is not my relative. He's not my relative, but I trust him. They say you don't have to be a rocket scientist to know people. But sometimes for the little thing, I listen to people when you myself having conversation, the things that come from out of you. And don't get me wrong, they got good people in Liberia, they got good Liberians. They get some of them who want extra thing, who want this. Okay, let me see, Lola. Let me see something here. I think somebody done sent a Zillow. Oh, let me check my Zillow. I think somebody sent Zillow. Okay. Okay, I will not call the first name, but Sis Johnson just made a contribution, and it was sent through Zelle, and Sis, Hanel E. Flomo also made a contribution that was sent through Zelle. Siddiqui, God, Siddiqui, you lucky man, you lucky man, Siddiqui. You are a lucky man, Siddiqui. I will tell you the real truth. You are blessed. You are blessed. You are blessed. You are blessed. Yes, you are blessed, my brother. You are blessed. And thank you very much. I got it. I just saw it. She made a Hamile Flomo. Let me see. Let me look at his profile. Harmony Flomo. Harmony Flomo. Thank you very much. I appreciate it very, very much. And thank you, Sis Rebecca. Thank you very much. I see that. I saw it. And I know I got two Rebecca. I got two Rebecca. And Sis Rebecca Johnson also made a contribution. I know I break the law. She said, don't call my name. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much, you guys. Listen, you don't understand. People don't understand. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all don't know how some of us feel. You know, sometimes my wife tell me, she say, the way I'm so passionate of things. Why? I say, look, you don't know that all. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, I don't know what to say, but thank you very much. And we all in this thing together. We all in it together. Let me tell you real truth. I always respect people for what they do. It's because of people like you. I'm on this thing every day. And don't get me wrong, I'm not, sometimes I interfere with my family time. But the only thing I would say, people that thank God, I got a good family. I got a good wife. And sometimes she can want me more long, but I say, man, don't let it go. At least you can get your husband who going from nightclub to nightclub. But I am passionate of what I do. I'm just waiting to see for Liberia to be good. Maybe Mr. Cummings will be president tomorrow and he will never call my name. It mean I will be against him. I would never, because I believe in it. I believe in it. And if Mr. Cummings don't do the right thing, we will stand up again. That is the difference. I will not look. I will be honest with you guys. I can take my text right now and text Mr. Cummings. And say, Mr. Cummings, you need to do something, man. I need to get a motorbike for somebody. He would not, I will not do it. It's not what I need to ask for. It's not what I'm going to ask for. Because I know Mr. Cummings got good people supporting him. I know you supporting Mr. Cummings, you're not supporting because you want something from him. You supporting Mr. Cummings because you believe in his agenda and you admire him and you want Liberia. So I see somebody text me, and it was so embarrassing. And the person who texted me, I will not call the name because I don't expect them to text me. Oh, somebody just dropped something. I don't expect them to text me. He said, but why you can't just ask Mr. Cummings? For what? For what? Trokomo. Thank you very much, Troko. Thank you very, very much, Troko. I appreciate it. Trokomo just made a contribution. Thank you very much, Sidiki. It looked like we beat the time, brother. We beat the time. We beat the time. We will beat the time, Troko. 250, let me see. From the 275 that we had. 275, 386 plus, let me go to 0. Yep, we got 95 here and got 75. So it's, listen, Sidiki, if you watch me, I know you don't get no data right now. Let me send you. I will send you something for data, my brother. I'm going to be to that district 17 tomorrow. In fact, you know, District 17, if you listen to me, Sidiki, I play my man living here. We get our place there. Listen, I got this t-shirt gonna go. Don't worry. Y'all get the t-shirt here. I tried to produce the t-shirts. My t-shirt, I'm not selling it. I'm not selling my t-shirt. But I will give my t-shirt to my people there who been helping me. So they want no jealousy inside. Yeah. No jealousy in it when I don't feel bad. I will give it to people first. I will get the address, but I will do it before the Christmas. I'll do it. This is not just a regular. You see, that's a long sleeve one. I got it all typed for myself. Your way will be like, bro, running camp people will be jealous and say, damn it, how can the other people t-shirt just different from our t-shirt? Look, our people back home like us. Don't let them fool you. Our people like us, yeah? Don't let them fool you. Yeah, our people like us. You see, I all over on Twitter. This is Twitter page. You know what happened to me? I went and, I rubbed something on my knee. The Bengay. I rub it on my knee, but I finished forgetting when I was talking at this. When I put my hand to wipe my eye, and I eat it right now, I body like pepper. Yep. So Liberians, I love you guys. I love my country. Trust me. And whatever we got in America here is just the opportunity, but we all want to go home. There are people who want to go home. And we'll be consistent, and we understand that Liberia is the only country we have. It's our promised land. God gave that country for us, for you and myself. Yeah. Thank you, Mama. I appreciate. Yes, Mama Harris. Yes, we'll have a. Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to sell this T-shirt, but if I will bring it up, it will be a contributions, and people just send me the address, and I will just mail it to them because I got people to send it out now. That would be a contribution from the show to all my people who have been making contributions. And I'm not going to buy the cheap one. I will tell you the real truth. To be honest with you, let me take this off. This T-shirt is $14 for the T-shirt itself. It's $14. It's a polo. When you look under here, it's a polo T-shirt. One of the polo T-shirts. So it's not just the regular Fruit of the Loom. I bought it for $14 and I printed on it. So actually, it cost me. I did the printing myself. I can print. I got a machine. So I did the printing myself. So it was a little cheaper for me. It was a little cheaper for me. So just the ink and the paper, because it's a color T-shirt, one of the paper cost about $2. And so when you look at it, the T-shirt cost me around less than $20. That's what it cost me. But if I was doing a commercial one, and it's a very thick T-shirt, it's very thick too. It's not a sweater, but what I mean, it's thicker. Yeah, it's thicker. You can wear it. Yeah. And if I was selling it, it was going to be more, or I was going to buy the cheap one because I get a cheap T-shirt that costs $4. Some of them $3.80, $3. Some of them $3. What in that box there? Oh, your chair? Okay, let me set it up so you can sit down. Yeah. Okay. So, guys, thanks for your contribution. I appreciate it. And damn. Jimmy Gray just said something. I think we gotta. Let me put the information up, please, ladies and gentlemen. We can reach the goal tonight. Let's make it happen for Siddiqui. It's for a good cause. Thank you very much, guys. It is true. We can do it. Oh no, let me see. Somebody just okay. All right, Nelly Calon sent. Yeah, so now I'm not going to call no money. Thank you very much, sis. Thank you very much. Says, yeah. Okay, thank you very much. They just made a contribution. We are getting there. Let me see my pen and paper. It look like Sidiki, your friend, can me give very you. Give me pen. Look for pen for me. Look over there. There's pen over there on that table. My picking a luscious can be mad at Sidiki. Oh. Okay. Oh boy. Tell me. Listen, your baby can cry this morning. Okay. Let me see what we got. $125 in the Cash App. Look on the table. There's a pen there, man. Give it to me. We got $125 and $145 in the Cash App. And then and James Gray. Ooh. James Gray just made another contribution. Thank you very much, James. James Gray just made another contribution towards this project. This is his second contribution in no time. This is his second contribution in no time. Thank you very much. What are you behind me for? You don't want people to see you? You're not part of this thing yet. Go sit down. Okay, James Gray just made another contribution. Thank you. Listen, man, give me a good pen, man. The pen not even writing. Thank you very much, James. And you know, every time, to be frank, it took me a while to do what I'm doing because people been telling me, but Money, let's do this. I said, man, I sometimes don't like to give people. So let me see. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
Now, Lila Big the Combrel. Okay, let me see. Okay, on the Zelle, we got $50. $50 on the Zelle and 145 on the Cash App. So, guys, please do what you can do. It's for a worthy cause. Nelly Callon and James Gray, thank you very much. Thank you, Trocamo. Thank you, sis Rebecca. Thank you, sis Josephine. Thank you, James Gray again. Then people who sent before, Letitia, sis Agnes Yo, and Alvin Kennedy, and also sis Annie Hoto, and Mr. Jeremiah S.U., and then Cephas. Yeah. So and sis Johnson again. So I just don't want to, sis, I just calling her Johnson name because she didn't want me to call her name. But let people get the flowers while they're alive. The real truth. Let people do that. Okay, so I got 195 so far. 195 so far plus. Okay, start from CFR. One. Angeline Akwe, On that one, that's a different person there. Okay, 25. Mm. Mhm. 13. Okay, 225. 225. I said what 275, 225. Okay, I got $420 so far. $420 so far. I got for the bike, $420. That is what in my possession right now for Siddiqui. And I hope we reach the $1,000. And you know when you know we like to show episode when Siddiqui buy that bike, you will see it live when we dedicating it to. And you know how it look like when Siddiqui on his bike and he got on the bike the general show. And Siddiqui, because I got a jacket for him too, the jacket with different pockets. I know they will be pissed off. Yeah, so they would know. Listen, my people, for this show to be alive is you, and I mean, for this show to go this far, I love my audience. Some people will come and disturb, some will reach me, but we are very consistent. And I gave you the message the way it's supposed to be done. I'm not here to fool nobody. And I listen to my political leader before I speak too, because I don't want to contradict him. Yes, I don't want to contradict Mr. Cummings on certain. I wonder what he stands. And you see me, I asked Mr. Cummings a lot of questions. My market goes spent down. I will tell you, I got text upon text. In fact, those of you, if any one of you are on the CPP stuff, Billy told I said that the general can call me sometime in the night when I hear something like that, and I'm not too sure, I will call and find out. Once you give me the answer, then I say, okay, because sometimes a lot of lies, there are rumors. Oh, the Liberty Party this. Oh, Mr. Cummings that. Oh, one time they call, they say, oh, Mr. Cummings and Boaka meeting and this and that. Blah. You know me, I call Mr. Cummings. I said, listen, in fact, when I call, I never got a texting. I said, Mr. Cummings, there's rumors going around, but I want to know before I start speaking. He said, listen, Munel, I don't know what they're talking about, and I'll be honest with you. Maybe they're trying to do that thing again. Like what he said, maybe they're trying something different. They're trying to come up with some kind of case, and he will just start laughing. Then when I look, the phone rang because he texted me Friday, the phone rang, and then we were able to talk. But I would tell you guys, I'm telling you that Facebook thing we're doing, they playing on us, and we tell them that we're not falling for the trick. Mr. Cummings gaining traction. Don't let, if you see anybody on Facebook and say nobody knows Mr. Cummings, they're not Cummings supporter. Either he's sedition. Another born coming from Monrovia now. From Monrovia. That one of my picking. The one he can call this particular time. Okay. Yeah, Julius, how are you?
Mr. Money, how are you?
Well, not bad. I'm live on Facebook right now, eh?
Oh, okay.
So anything you thought, anything you thought,
I say I'll be able to eat today.
anything you talk, the people, anything you thought, the people will hear you. What you say what happened with the billboard?
I said we'll clean it the product today to MRC our billboard.
Oh, the billboard with Mr. Cummings?
Yes. See the picture, I sent it to you.
Okay, you took the picture and sent it?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Oh, that's good. So that's a big billboard, eh? Where you see what Siddiqui was just talking about. And I got another board in Douala and that place there. Let me see. Oh, I see. He sent a picture. Let me see. Oh, this is billboard in Monrovia. They say CPP. They say register. Okay, you see, Mr. Comey is telling the people to register, to vote. You see that? He's telling them to register and vote. And it's right going to Douala too. So let them go cut it down because the rebel them won't go there in the night. They see this will try to claim what are the business. But we're watching them with cash and y'all see fun. This is what we're talking about. This is what we're talking about. That is the signature picture. That's the picture I got. That's the picture we take off all the background and we're using it. You might have my picture say, you might have the one Eddie said, who knows? Yeah, but anyway, I'm not trying to. Yep, that's a good thing. Register and vote. Register. I don't know what to say again. Ellis coming begging the people. Yeah, we're begging the people. Yeah, we're begging them. Whether you like it, you like it, we're begging them. So, guys, I'm still waiting. I got 5 more minutes to get out of here to go do some run. But anyway, you guys did good. And it's not a goal for me. But you guys did excellent to be able to, we're able to raise $195. The big show, the big people there will say, oh, they can raise 10,000. You might not worry about it. You might not worry. I'm not rushing it. Nyeke. We get there. The race is not to the end, but the straight, but the one we endorse to the end. So you might not worry about it. We raise 125. Tomorrow we'll raise another 125. We'll raise another 200. We'll raise another one. We'll call according Yasini. I bring in Amanda on. I bring in Dr. Francais on. Whatever we raise, it go towards the general show. So please be a part of it. I'm going to find the time. I'm going to get Yasini. I will get an Earl Lewis. I will get Amanda Wright, and I will get Dr. Francais. So they can make the contributions to talk to you guys, so we can make the contribution, and I will appreciate it highly. So I'm going to get a bestie. They call it a bestie. I'm going to get a bestie woman to join me to carry on the fundraiser, but I got to find a day for it, and they got to find their time too. So I want to use them. And also, as I said, this general show is actually sponsored by the friends of the Dumui Factor. But they might change the name according to them soon. So the little money they got, they help us. Yeah. Okay, Everly, Mary, you want to ask me something, big brother? Ask me. My brother, yeah, he gone back. He gone back to Maryland. He be going to France. What else you want to know again? Yeah. When you put, actually, put camera around the billboard, but there were no correct in that era. Watch it. We catch them. But you know what I tell you? Don't mind you. They got some picking there in that era that will man that billboard. Oh, yes. They get some picking that era that will man that billboard. It will take it like a big time. Okay, guys. Thank you very much. Keep us posted. I will let you guys know. I will. This was just an impromptu and fundraiser or something. So, but let me tell you, I appreciate it. Don't let nobody. I will answer whoever want to ask me. And Timothy, I don't know if he's still watching. Man, let's make correction because I spoon man. So don't worry about him. Yep, CPP moving. Okay, Evelyn, about what now? You said I'm my brother, so what you want to ask me? You want to ask me or you want me to call you? Which one? Evelyn, you want me to call you or you want to talk to me directly on Facebook here? So, guys, y'all take it easy. God bless you. Y'all enjoy your Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday. It's one of my busy days, and we'll be live on Liberty Radio tomorrow by 3 o'clock. Along with Siddiqui and myself, we'll be live on Liberty Radio. It's every Thursday and Sunday and Thursday. So thank you very much. God bless you and have a good day. Call me, Evelyn. Call me. Bye.